The biggest threat to these birds has been land clearing. Plains that are being cleared for crops and houses on the very distinct native grasslands these birds require to survive. The species once thrived on plains across the eastern and southern parts of Australia. Now they no longer exist on the plains west of Adelaide, the Liverpool Plains in New South Wales, and 99% of the plains west of Melbourne.
Well, plains wanderers are small quail-like birds, and if they were standing on tippy toes, then they'd be about the size of my hand, so from here to there, so 15 centimetres, thereabouts.
Yeah.
So the females, and the males for that matter, when they want to see, they'll stand up on tippy toes, and their heads bob, just like other shorebirds' heads bob. Yeah. So they're like this looking around, and then they down and through the grass. Yeah. If they want to get away from something, and then they pop up, up periscope, bob, 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 off again. Both birds can be well camouflaged. So the female has this black collar with studded white diamonds, we talk about a diamond fighter, a little bird, so with so that there, and then a rufous breast, and so that's sort of, and she is quite a bit bigger than the male. She's sort of this dull grassy brown on the back, and the male's just this sort of dull grassy brown, bit paler on the underneath, and he's much more dully coloured, because in plains wanderers, it's the girls that are bigger, that they command the territory, they do all the calling. So they have this call during the breeding season where they go boop, 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 as they get a bit more excited. And if they get really angry, if you play a tape at them, they come up the grass out, boop, and then kick, 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 kick. They're ready to take you on. Whereas the males, they're the totally domestic homebodies, and once she lays a clutch of eggs, he sits on them, and he incubates them, and then he does all the chick rearing. Females will breed, in a say spring, maybe with 2 males, and they lay 3 to 5 eggs, so they'll have usually around 3 to 4 chicks. And they seem to have quite a high survival rate, those chicks, provided it's not overgrazed. And then if it rains in, say, February, you get a good dump of rain, 15, 20 mils, they'll breed again. And then if it rains maybe again in autumn, another 15 to 20 mils or more, they might breed again. So they really can breed quite rapidly. Plains wanderers are unique in the world. In terms of, there's about 10,000 species of bird in the world, and if you look at the genetic distinctiveness of all of those birds, so I'm not related, the ones that are least related to anything else, and their extinction risk, plains wanderers have been categorised by overseas publications as number 1 in the world. This is the most important bird in the world in terms of not losing a major branch off the evolutionary tree.
Whoa.
So, this is a big responsibility. But, and then there's single species in a genus, only in a genus of its own. So we have subspecies, species, genus, family. But if you lose a family, there's very few birds or animals of any type, they're in a family all of their own. So a plains wanderer is in a family all of its own. So that's a big limp comes off. And we're talking millions of years of evolution. They found fossils related to plains wanderers here in Australia at around 30 million years old.
That still look like plains wanderers today?
Well, their bone structure says to the osteologist, this is a plains wanderer ancient ancestor. So they're part of Australia's ancient avifauna. And Australia has so many wonderful, unique things. And most of us Australians don't even know about it.
I've never heard of the plains wanderers until recently.
Yep.
And the fact that it's so evolutionarily significant
Yep.
is something that I couldn't even comprehend until recently. They're very cool.
Yeah.
And you're doing some amazing work here, which is just, it's very, very exciting stuff.